Hi, I'm Mark Boyagis with IHS Automotive, and we're here checking out the 2012 Beetle Turbo. Now this vehicle's got a lot less flower and a lot more power than its predecessor. You look at the overall design and it's still very reminiscent of the people's car of the 60s, yet the biggest transformation of this vehicle has actually been within technology. Now IHS Automotive's Technology Availability Index sees that this vehicle has increased over 300% from its predecessor in terms of technology, with things like the RNS-315 navigation system, Bluetooth with audio streaming, an analog digital instrument cluster display, and a 9-speaker 400-watt Fender premium audio system. This vehicle has definitely entered the technological age. Let's check out the tech on the inside.
On the inside of the Beetle, we really like this RNS-315 low-cost navigation system. Depending upon the vehicle that it's in within Volkswagen, this system could cost as little as $400, but only as much as $600. So very competitive, and we actually really like the 5-inch display. You can use the touchscreen if you want, or if you want, you can actually just scroll through using this rotary controller. And what's that in the lower right-hand corner? A back button. One of the most important functions of any good infotainment system. The navigation system works pretty well too. We've got a good map interface which allows us to do a 2D perspective, as I like to call it. Good navigation functions. If you're in a route and you see over here, you can actually get all this information ported over into your instrument cluster display. So a good amount of redundant content here as well. And then lastly, in the media functionality, we've got a pretty large amount of media options. Within the MDI is really their name. Media Device Interface is Volkswagen's name for an iPod connection. There's also Bluetooth streaming, an auxiliary, SD card interface, and a CD player. The only things we don't really like is that there's only voice recognition for Bluetooth. And even at that, some of the Bluetooth functionality is a little bit weird. If we look at the phone book here, the phone book is a mixture of email addresses and Facebook contacts and phone contacts. It's really not very well laid out, and this is a function of a lot of different things, most notably a poor interface between what we have in the Android device that I have paired as well as what we've got in the system. And so it's just not talking well to one another. The phone book access is great to have, but it's not a very well pronounced phone book access. The new Volkswagen Fender premium audio system is actually, in our opinion, one of the best systems now on the market for non-surround sound features. What does it offer but 400 watts, 9 speakers, and a really, really good representation of sound that comes from, say, the CD player, the iPod, or even from the SD card. The sound representation isn't great when we're talking like the AM/FM radio, or Sirius, or even Bluetooth, simply because the source function isn't as good. You look around the car and there's a lot of speakers. This cool speaker ring actually lights up at in the nighttime to either red, white, and blue. Again, reminiscent of that American Fender premium audio function. Even in the back seat, look at that. We've got extra speakers back here. A lot of surround sound function, even though it's not a surround sound experience. This is a system that's going to compete with the sound systems like the Sonys in a lot of the Ford models, the JBL systems in a lot of the Toyotas, and even some of the Pioneer systems in some of the Chevrolets and Scion models. And we honestly believe that this is the best system out there if you're looking for a premium sound experience, but not necessarily a premium price, and you don't need all that surround sound functionality.
So there you have it, the 2012 Beetle Turbo. There's a lot to love about this little car, but there's a few things that we actually don't love. The things that we like the most are its cool, fun design, its peppy, fun-to-drive experience with the DSG and the turbocharged engine. The technology on the inside is actually very responsive and intuitive with the RNS-315 navigation and the Fender premium audio. And the fuel economy is not bad either with 22 city and 30 highway. The things we really don't like mainly are the price point. Starting at $19,795, this is actually a fairly good deal for a compact car, but still more expensive than the competitors from domestic and Japanese OEMs. But when you get the turbo, the navigation system, the sunroof, the Fender premium audio, that boosts this thing up to a couple dollars short of $30,000, which is much more expensive than you're going to find any other compact car in its class. And the Beetle's still a compact car, and so you're limited on space, you're limited on a lot of the cargo functionality, although we did find after flipping down to 60/40 rear seats that you actually get a fair amount of cargo functionality after that point. For more information on this vehicle and other IHS automotive reviews, go to ihs.com/automotive.